I thought AI in the Amazon meant mapping trees or tracking weather, but I was wrong. It's now predicting which species could vanish, years before it happens. It analyzes forest sounds, satellite images, even soil changes to flag extinction risks. And it doesn't just warn. In some regions, AI alerted authorities before chainsaws even entered the forest. Entire logging routes were shut down because a machine spotted the threat first. In one case, it detected the absence of a bird's call and predicted collapse of the ecosystem around it. This isn't guesswork, it's real data, real results. But here's what shocked me most. Even with this power, some warnings are ignored. So the big question isn't, can AI stop extinction? It's, will we act before the forest goes silent? Most extinctions don't make headlines. No loud announcements, no breaking news, just silence. A bird stops singing, a frog doesn't return in the rainy season, a shadow vanishes from the forest floor, and no one notices. We only learn what we've lost when it's already gone. That's because traditional conservation relies on signs we can see. Population drops, habitat damage, vanishing tracks. But by then, we're too late. In the Amazon alone, scientists estimate we're losing over 10,000 species a year, many without ever being recorded. And as climate change and illegal activity accelerate, the silence is spreading faster. We weren't built to detect these slow, invisible disappearances, but machines were. And for the first time, AI is seeing what we can't and warning us while there's still time to act. For decades, conservation was always one step behind. We'd notice fewer sightings or find the tracks missing. By the time we responded, it was often too late. But AI is changing that. It's not magic, it's math on a massive scale. These models digest thousands of images, sounds, and satellite signals to flag danger before it's visible to the human eye. One tool is the IUCN Red List AI. It uses traits from known species to predict extinction risks for lesser-known ones. With over 150,000 species in its database, it helps scientists focus fast, long before formal field assessments can happen. Then there's Wildlife Insights, developed by Google and Conservation International. It scans millions of rainforest camera trap photos with machine learning, instantly identifying animals that would take months to sort manually. In places like the Amazon, this means we can spot absences as quickly as appearances. AI doesn't stop at sight, it listens too. Acoustic sensors placed deep in the jungle record sound 24/7. They can hear chainsaws from kilometers away or pick up when a bird species simply stops singing. That silence is a signal, and AI catches it. These aren't just experiments. In Brazil, the Previsão system combines AI with satellite data to forecast where deforestation is likely to strike next, up to a year in advance. And it's working. In several cases, alerts help local officials step in before the first tree fell. This is the breakthrough, from watching extinction happen to seeing it coming. It's easy to miss quiet wins. A species that doesn't disappear, a tree that isn't cut, a poacher that never gets close. But thanks to AI, those wins are happening more than ever. In the Brazilian Amazon, Previsão uses satellite images and machine learning to predict where deforestation is likely months in advance. Armed with these forecasts, local officials and nonprofits have stopped illegal logging before it begins. In Madagascar, AI sorts through thousands of wildlife photos to detect endangered lemurs, faster than any human team could. This lets conservationists track populations in real time, across huge areas of jungle. In Southeast Asia, AI models trained on sound are catching the early signs of disappearing biodiversity, like fewer insects, fewer night calls, fewer birds at dawn. That data helps scientists adjust conservation efforts before it's too late. And through platforms like Wildlife Insights, photos from camera traps in remote forests are uploaded and scanned by AI, tagging elephants, pangolins, jaguars, and more. Species we once lost track of for years now reappear in days. It's not perfect, but it's working. AI isn't just predicting collapse anymore. In the hands of the right people, it's buying time. It started with a single photo, a blurred image from a hidden camera deep in the forests of Sumatra. The animal in the frame? A Sumatran tiger, one of the rarest cats on Earth, But that image didn't go to a human. It was sent to an AI system that could recognize species in seconds. Within hours, researchers knew the tiger was still alive and in a zone marked for development. Without the AI, that image might have sat in storage for months. But now there was proof, enough to alert local conservation teams and trigger a full field response. New cameras were installed, movement patterns were tracked, and the planned logging, it was paused because of a photo recognized by a machine in time. That tiger's fate is still uncertain, but because of AI, it wasn't forgotten. It was seen, and seeing early is often the first step towards saving. Not all tragedies come crashing through the trees. Some arrive so quietly the forest forgets how to sing. Deep in the Amazon, there are places where the air hangs heavy. No flutter of wings, no chirp, no buzz, no rustle, just stillness. As if life itself has taken a breath and held it. These are the silent zones. They haven't been burned or bulldozed, but something invisible has taken hold, and the animals are slipping away without a sound. For years, no one noticed, until machines began to listen. Hidden in the canopy, acoustic sensors record every whisper of the forest. Then AI compares the sounds to what should be there. And when birds vanish, bugs fall silent, or entire melodies go missing, it knows, it doesn't scream. It simply draws a line on a map and says, something is wrong here. And sometimes that quiet warning comes just soon enough. Most people look up to spot life, at the trees, the birds, the sky. But beneath it all, the forest writes its future in dirt. Tiny shifts in temperature, traces of fungus, nutrients that vanish without reason. For years, we didn't know how to read it. But now AI is doing what we couldn't, finding the warning signs hidden underground. In the Amazon, researchers feed AI samples of soil from damaged and untouched areas. It begins to see patterns, a chemical trail leading to collapse. Before trees start dying, before animals disappear, the ground changes, and now we know what to look for. This isn't guesswork, it's evidence. The forest speaks softly, even through its roots, and AI is full ears for the voice of the rainforest. The forest speaks in details, tiny changes, soft rhythms, signs we once missed. Now we see them, not through instinct, but through code, not to replace nature, but to stand with it. This isn't the end of the story. It's the first time we can write a better one. One species, one signal, one choice at a time, and maybe in a future louder than silence.